Hey guys, welcome back. Long time no see. Got a few things to talk about today. I'm going to catch you guys up on all the things that have been happening. But we're also going to start out with giving Miss Pixie a bath. For no other reason other than she's got shedding crusties that don't really want to let go too well. And I love her. I wanted to give her a treat. So I'm not exactly sure what happened to my mics. They are around somewhere. That will hope you can hear me. That leads us to our first, I guess, part we'll get to in a minute, actually, because it's not quite the first. So, yeah, it's been a few months. I have had a lot of things going on. The goats, our plans for the future have been completely thrown off course. First off, we've lost a few. I have been having issues with barber pole. Barber pole is a little parasite. It's a red and white striped worm, hence the reason they call it barber pole. It is a vampiric worm. It just sucks the blood out of them. We'll wash that side in a minute, but I wanted to get part of it wet. It's a vampiric worm. It'll suck the blood out of them. It drains them. And you know, whenever you don't have blood, you don't have a very healthy animal. I've lost a few of my friends from it. It's nothing that anybody brought in. It's just a naturally occurring parasite that forms in warm, moist conditions. And this year we have had a lot more rain, like a whole lot more rain. And so it just made everybody in this part of Texas has just been struggling. One of the goats that we lost was one that was kind of a keystone in my breeding project. We lost Bruce. And that just leaves Rubicon as our only buck. And Rube's not very old. He's just barely 6 months old. So while he might be old enough to breed this fall, I don't know for sure. We have some other things that are going in on that we'll talk about a little bit later. But we'll see. Gotta go wash our other side real quick. Sorry, I had some people show up, so we got her fully shampooed and in. I'm probably not even in Lynn's in view right now, but I'm washing her tail. Or conditioning her tail. So where were we? The goats. Yes, we lost Bruce. So that leaves just Rube. I have all of the goats in with each other right now. That's to say, all of my friend's goats went back down to him, a couple weeks ago. For a couple reasons. One of those reasons being we went to Colorado. My husband got a job in Colorado. And before you think, oh my gosh, I'm like way behind in videos that I've been posting really late. I usually post the same day, so it hasn't been that long. We got there and stayed about a week. Things weren't working out, so we came back. Plan we were thinking of taking the goats, moving them up there, because we were thinking of permanently moving there. Still might, don't know. But as of for now, we're not. So he came and got his goats so that it would just be mine going up there. Mine being the ones we have left: Adele, Fancy, Freya, Cinnamon, Hermie, Rube, LP, and Appletini. Little Mulberries was my friend, so she went to him, and she's doing fine. Don't worry, guys. She is in a big, lush backyard that he lives down where they had all the flooding. So he kind of needed his goats back for grass control, weed control, everything. So they're back there. They're getting fat. They're recovering. They're doing a lot better. Well, they were doing great here, but they're doing good there. So, I have all of mine in together. It is not breeding time right now. Rube is kind of in there because I moved the two little girls out in with the big herd, and I put Hermie back in with him for company. Well, Hermie was beating the crap out of him, so we couldn't do that. So I just moved them all back over here, where Hermie has the big girls to keep him occupied. Rube has the entire herd to keep him occupied. And nobody's coming in heat right now anyway, so. That leads me to the next thing. Since we do not have a mature buck right now, and I do not know if Rube's going to be old enough to do it, or mature enough, I should say, there is the possibility that I will be able to borrow a buck. In the borrowing of the buck, I need to get all my girls tested, which I was planning to do anyway. Gonna go ahead and test Hermie too, just because why not? That would be all the mature ones. You can't test anything under 6 months because you'll get false positives or false negatives. You'll just get false readings. We don't want false readings, so we'll just wait until next time. But if all 5 of my adults are clean, chances are pretty high that the little kids are going to be clean too. So, that's the rough plan for the goats. Well, the whole goal with washing her was to just get her feeling better. I don't really care if she gets dirty again. I mean, it's inevitable. I don't keep her in a stall. She's just a little old lady, and I wanted to get her feeling better. She has been on some supplemental grain, some senior feed, and some joint stuff. So, get these old knees feeling better. She's in her mid-20s. I'm going to get some hate for this, but there's a possibility we might be breeding her this next year just to get one more baby out of her. She has had a baby in the past. Yeah. She has. But we might get one more out of her. I'm not sure. We're not there yet. It would be long into next spring that we'd even be thinking about it. So if we do breed her, just so you know, the baby is planned to stay here regardless of gender. She is the daughter of a mare that we've had in our family for years, who was the daughter of another mare that we had in our family for years. It's kind of a generational thing. If she does have a little boy, it may end there. If she has a little girl, it may continue on. If she has a boy, it may continue on, depending on the boy. She is registered, so who knows? But I'm going to go ahead and put her up and get me some breakfast, and we'll finish the talk then. Real quick, for those who don't know, my horses are out 24/7. I do have some pins to pin them up and put them in stalls. I do that in order to give them some of their grain because the rest of them don't need any right now. But Pixie and Nova, if you remember her, both do right now. We're getting ready to, well, it's August. Believe it or not, winter is coming, as much as it doesn't exactly feel that way. Winter is coming. So I'm trying to get their weight up for winter. But yeah, my horses stay out 24/7. Okay, we're inside because it's just too dang hot outside. So yeah, we've had a lot of plans change. We've had a lot of things going on, a lot of back and forth, a lot of moving back. Plans now. I have the 4 girls I need to get bred. I'm going to borrow a buck for that. The plans that we had to get to lease Lolly's last year's son, to use him, went out the window too. Just before we left, I believe it was, he was bit by a rattlesnake. His owner did everything she could for him, but lost him as well. This is a really bad angle, but we're going with it because it's hot and I don't feel like holding the camera. So we are back in hot Texas. Man, the thing, Colorado was, the first week of September, they got their first freeze. It was already starting to get cold. The highest it got was like 48 at, no, it was like 48 or 45 at night, but it got up to like 85, I think, during the day. That was the hottest, 85. It was so nice. There was a lot of things going on though, a lot of things. I don't want to get into them now. I don't want to say anything about them now because we actually did really like the place. One of the issues though, I will say, is the place was for sale. And without a work contract, we didn't have a guarantee that he would continue to have a job after the sale. Granted, the place has been up for sale for a while, but I don't have the money for it. But looking at the price for it, for knowing what all you got, that's not a bad deal. That was a really pretty decent deal. And it needs a few repairs here and there, but what place doesn't? You know, it was a nice place. I really liked it there. He liked it there, other than the few other situations that there was a few other issues that, you know, one of them being he was not adapting to the altitude. Pardon me. To the altitude. I know you need longer than a week, but like he wasn't able to go very few feet without huffing and puffing. So, but it's like, so for those that don't know about the altitude difference there, we're at sea level here, where we're at. Maybe 500 feet, if that, but, you know, pretty low. Where we were at there, was 85,000 feet up. Big, big, big change. I felt a few issues, but I was kind of adapting. But I've also had this coughing issue lately, and I think I didn't have it there, so I think my lungs were just, happy they could actually be used again. So there was a lot of things. It made us, we had to come back. There's nothing wrong with coming back. If you can't do it there or things don't work out, there's nothing wrong with coming back. Assuming you have a safe place to come back to. We do. We get back here and yeah, just it was like we just had a little vacation. Took the dog and the cats and all the other stuff, but way overpacked for a vacation, but that's okay. Had my birthday yesterday. Big giant 44. Yeah, so life is getting back going again. I'm looking into getting either a goat club going here or the one that is here more active. Otherwise I would have to travel probably 2 hours maybe to one, and all of their stuff is like almost 3 hours away. So I don't really want to do that, but I will if I have to. Plans are still to, if we can financially, I want to show at least LP. She's actually maturing out to look like a far better goat than Apple is, which, you remember, Apple and LP both had 2 different daddies. LP is the last baby I have out of Bruce, and the last baby I have out of Lolly. I lost both of them this year. So she's not going anywhere. No, Snow. No, baby. No, come on. And then Apple is out of Blue, who we don't have anymore, but we sold him, and Adele. While Adele has a really nice conformation set to her, Blue was a lot shorter in the body, which I was hoping she would take more after her mom on that. She did not. She is very short-bodied. She kind of has where the neck goes into the shoulders and everywhere. Instead of having a nice smooth line to it, it's like harsh. So it's real coarse. I don't know if you can see that because there's a kitty cat's face in the way. I would like for her to look a little bit smoother. I may go ahead and still show her and see, but I don't have hopes, very high hopes for her. I really don't have high hopes for LP either, but I think she would place better than Apple. I can't say for sure that Apple's always going to stay. She might not. The other 3, they might not. I will keep Adele forever because she was my first. But yeah, I'm gonna try and start posting again a lot more. I don't know what all we're gonna be posting over. It might just be chatting and feeding, but we'll do something. I thought about doing some more art since it's still really hot out, so we'll probably do some of that. Those videos don't get as much views, but so yeah, we'll probably do some art videos. I have a friend that I'm cleaning the house for. He has given me permission to use his kitchen, so we may do some cooking videos or some other crafty videos. Since I'm wanting to get into doing some goat soaps and some other types of soaps, I want to do all kinds of soap. I'm not just going to limit to goat soap, but I am going to do some goat milk soap. But yeah, he has given permission for that, so give me some feedback of what kind of cooking videos you'd like. Otherwise, we'll just, I don't know, we'll wing it. He'll be more than happy to eat the food, I'm sure. I know you're probably watching, Brian. So, well, I said your name, but I know you're probably watching. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna try and do once a week, even if it's a short or something. Maybe we'll go follow them through and giving the horses more baths. That's the other thing, the horses. So this fall, once it cools off, we will have April back into work because my round pen is empty. We'll have April back in work and get to finish her out. And we'll do some work on Hope. I won't do a whole lot because she still has that face thing going on. But I want to get her some more training, we'll say. And we have Andy. Little Mr. Andy needs to get halter broke, and he's 2. He'll be 3 this coming spring. So we're gonna go ahead and get him started under saddle. I may not ride him until spring, but I may get on him a little bit here. I'm not sure. He's looking great. He is looking ready to go. He needs his mane all brushed out. He's Mr. Fabio. It's like really long, but it's all, the fairies have been riding him. It is all wind knotted up. So we'll get him going. So that'll be a few things. I'm hopefully going to find my mic between now and then. Hopefully you guys can hear me earlier. But hopefully you can hear me now and the fan's not too loud. I think that's all for now. So I will say bye for now, and I will see you next time. And next time won't be as long out. Bye, guys.